guys, Limit Break TV here with my reaction to ScrewAttack's Naruto versus Ichigo Death Battle. So, this is what I've been waiting for quite a while now, and my knowledge on the two anime for Naruto, for example, it's pretty spot on, right? But with Bleach, it's been a few years since I've watched the Bleach series, right? And I think I left off at the point where Ichigo unleashed his Tingsho form and lost his Shinigami powers. So that's pretty much where I left off. I heard a few things and a few details about events that happened afterwards, but I haven't really gotten into Bleach since that point. So yeah, I mean, who knows, guys? They could potentially spoil a lot of what happens after that point for me in this death battle. So from what I know and from what I think should happen, honestly, between Naruto and Ichigo, if I was to put a bet on it, my money would go to Naruto, because he has in-game feats that go far beyond most of what Bleach has. Now, I would say to a degree, if you want to compare for destructive capabilities, Naruto, he has spammable jutsu that can destroy anything from city to state level, and that's consistent, right? That's not consistent, because he can spawn multiple blasts at once. But with Ichigo, just one Benkai can just consistently slice through mountain level areas. So I don't know, like when we're talking about destructive capability, I mean, it's really tough. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna have to say Naruto, because that's literally all we've seen in full detail from Bleach, either mountain to statewide level attacks. Now, Naruto, his destructive capability at the end of Shippuden sort of reached a city to statewide level, but then we saw Naruto the movie when he fought against, what was his name again? Dude, what was his name again? He was an ascendant of, Hamura, I believe. Shoot, I forgot his name. Sorry about that, guys. But his feats are moon level, because as we saw, he easily sliced the moon in half when Naruto battled against him. So, I mean, at this point, and now, I don't know which version of, Naruto or Ichigo ScrewAttack intends to use, but if you're using endgame, my money is still probably going to go to Naruto. A lot of you guys will think differently in the comments. Just please don't turn this into a shitstorm when we get into the comments. Just kindly give your thoughts, and anyone who has replied to others' thoughts, just respond to them kindly, because we don't want to have any problems going on there. So anyway, guys, so without further ado, let's get into this death battle in 3, 2, 1.
The Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
a death battle. Alright.
Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, is a pretty quiet town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker.
Ninjas are all about stealth, so I'm pretty sure the city should be pretty quiet.
Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for
details
ninja
so far are
governor.
pretty on point.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is?
That
an
infamous
airplane?
Naruto dance,
Actually,
dude.
his posture
I mean,
likely
Naruto,
decreases wind
run.
resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you ran like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
I used to do that too.
Sure whiz.
I'm not even afraid
Anyway,
to
while
admit that.
Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal.
Yep.
But
I remember
first,
that.
he'd
It
have
took
to
him
learn
like
how
3
to
times
control his chakra.
In
actually
Buddhism and
graduate.
Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body
Got
which
to
can
kick
be
that
open to
Genkai
achieve
yin-yang styles
enlightenment.
down. Alright,
But
cool,
the
cool.
ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away,
I was hoping
walk
they
up
got the whole
walls,
kid
or even
healing
stand
himself,
on water
thing
like
down.
a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even
Oh,
developed
that's
a few new
completely,
ones of
like,
his own.
magnified by the powers of the. Oh yeah, I remember that too. By the powers of the.
His
Nine
signature
Tails.
move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over
He
again.
gets himself.
Unlike the standard clone technique, shadow clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand, Naruto creates a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented
Sort of like
more
Goku, but a bit-
Rasengans than Willy Wonka's
later
invented
on
candies.
time, 'cause Goku
But his
learned
top
his,
pick
coming
is the
around, like 2
Rasen
seconds.
Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus.
Oh,
He
yeah,
can even
that's like the
transform
jutsu.
into a naked woman.
Ho 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
Though you do have
While
to worry
most
about the guys at
individuals
the
have
store.
chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed
Yeah,
Fox.
Kurama.
A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine-Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
So his first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my
I
dad.
mean, it
Eventually,
worked out for
Naruto discovered how
Naruto
to
very well
communicate
in
with
the
the
end.
Nine-Tails.
So.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state increases all of Naruto's physical abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
Balls
He
flying.
can enhance his chakra
Tell Beast
attacks
Bomb.
by adding natural energy,
It's a-
but if
as
he's not
Avatar.
careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases
Yo,
physical
fight
prowess
between
and
Naruto
energy
and
output.
Sasuke though.
Best
That
of which
was.
is the
I remember-
Nine-Tails
I
chakra
remember
mode.
that, like-
Flame on!
That was
It got
probably
even
one of
better
my
when he befriended
visually-
Mr.
all the
Fox,
fights between
upgrading
Naruto
to
and
the
Sasuke,
stronger,
visually
faster,
memorable fights,
tougher
dude.
Kurama chakra mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen Shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny hand.
He can also shroud himself in a nine-tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive, it can level a mountain range.
And for his final
Five
form, it's
teratons
spoiler
of
time.
TNT.
Pay attention, cause yeah. All of this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later,
the
she
basic
got all
story.
murder happy, so her son stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him.
And if
Oh,
one
yeah.
who
Naruto's
kind of sent
kind
off
of an
the
alien.
Senju
Through this
clan,
connection, Naruto was gifted the most
generations
divine form of energy,
intro,
Six Paths Chakra.
Uchiha.
With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage Mode.
His strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra
That can turn
that can
into, you know,
transform into
swords.
weapons and destroy
Sticks.
anything they touch.
Yeah.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode. Whew.
Good God, that's a confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the fourth Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the fourth data book, this light fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
But would that
He's
mean
tough
his
enough to
actual
survive
speed
getting
is that
stabbed,
quick,
have his soul
or
ripped out,
is that just
or get
reaction
smacked
speed?
in the face with a beam
Which
that
would
can
be
slice the
consistent
frickin'
with
moon apart.
combat speed and all of that. Like, is that actual like physical speed? That's questionable, dude. He can definitely
He's
move
fought multiple
incredibly
tailed
fucking
beasts
fast.
at
but
once,
still.
lift a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough, he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so
Well, it
strong
wouldn't really give
they
that
burn
win to
other
Naruto when it
flames.
came to Kaguya.
He can even
It,
make new eyeballs for blind
it
people.
is, Naruto
What's
and
up
Sasuke
with
who
that?
defeated her at the
Oh,
same
and
time.
in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke,
Closet boyfriend?
their opposing
Oh,
power was
come
so
on. You
great
had to add
they
that in there.
obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito. Yeah, close enough.
I'm not gonna run away.
By the way, for those guys who don't
my
know,
word. That's my ninja. My ninja way.
Yeah. Boruto is actually a pun off of Bolt. Just in case, for you guys who don't know.
Shinigami. It may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is. The Death God,
God
the
of
Grim
Death.
Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ginger.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
We gave him the
One
hair
day
too.
when he was 9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul, and it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer. Reminds me of how I lost
I
my
remember
poor
that
Mama
scene.
Boomstick. Oh, she always
boy.
hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he
Now,
met
I
a
forgot
woman
some
named
details
Rukia,
about
who
Bleach.
held the illustrious
I mean,
job title
it's
of
probably because I haven't
Shinigami,
watched it in
or
quite a
Soul
while,
Reaper,
so I'll forget
a
a lot of
guardian
stuff
of the
about
dead
it.
who keeps
So,
balance in the
excuse me for
universe
that
by
if I'm
helping
getting
those who have
towards
passed
some,
move on to
details
the
and all.
afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway,
Swords
the
and
two of
Bleach
them
are
got
fucking
into
awesome,
a bind,
dude.
and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for
Yeah,
a
he
new one
technically
made up of
leave- like,
reishi,
pretty
or
much a ghost
spiritual
in
matter,
that
which
form.
makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its
classic
owner's soul.
Zanpakuto.
It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well,
I always
both of
had a
them.
problem.
Oh, here we
With,
go. Strap
you
in,
know-
because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo
No,
actually
what that
has
mean?
2 different
Watch.
Zanpakuto spirits drawn from
Yash.
his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of
Yeah,
Ichigo's inner
that's not-
spirits
that's
is a
hardly,
manifestation of his
mentioned.
Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga
It's a good
Tensho.
show, dude.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword beam, and Ichigo can charge
It
it up,
technically
fire
is.
from up close, or even blast 2 of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
That one.
Over the course of his career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms, starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the
So,
official
like
databook,
Kaioken.
while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes,
That's
but
all for,
Ichigo
I
can
think,
control its size to keep it
yeah.
more manageable.
Yeah,
if
like,
Shinigami couldn't
size
minimize
control
their
and all.
blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a spoopy Hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as VASTO LORDE. Despite the lack of consciousness, VASTO LORDE Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole.
remember that.
Right after that, he survived a shot so freaking big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like
TNT.
Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face. No. I meant the bomb from 1945. Not the, oh god.
54 little boys to the face.
Well, try as those little boys might, all it did to Ichigo was burn his arm, and he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack,
Nope.
Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll.
Then after that,
to
he lost
summon
his,
the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
Which
Shinigami
busted
powers.
up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which
All right.
enhanced his physical abilities. but then he lost
This is
those
where it's going to be
It's
more of a
worth noting
spoiler
that
for
when
me.
in full-bring Shikai, his normal sword swings
Probably
were
should
as
look up
strong as his hold gets
the after
attention.
events of that,
But he still didn't
you
give
know,
up.
Bleach event
After training
before
with
I actually
some
watched
top-tier
this
Soul
death battle.
Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but two Zengetsu swords.
Zengetsu.
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his VASTO LORDE form,
I've
merging
seen
it
that
with his
too.
Quincy side.
I have seen that
In
a
this
lot of
form,
times.
he can
Just
combine his
haven't,
Getsuga Tensho with one of
read
the
it up on it
strongest
too
hollow
much.
attacks, the Gran Rey Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who
So,
planned to destroy the universe.
By the
named
theories that they're using on both characters, well, technically,
It's probably
overviews
inspired by
we're
the
doing on both
Hebrew names of
characters.
God, Yahweh, and
Does
the
that mean that
katakana
they're
ends
going
with a sharp
to,
cuss sound,
you know,
so
lose both of their end
Yeah,
games
what you
in this
gonna
as well?
do? Well, we can assume this Bankai worked similar to his old ones, increasing his physical speed and strength along with his Reiatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after. Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name him?
Yo, he had a
Ichigo?
kid too.
What? No, it's Kazui.
I
Kazumi.
might have got it mixed up with the other.
I heard some rumors that
enchilada
Ichigo had a
or
kid, but I didn't know that was
Eh,
canon.
close enough.
Holy shit, I gotta go back and read up on
Kurosaki,
Bleach.
Substitute soul.
Shit.
And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends.
Alright.
All right, the combatants
Time for
are
the death
set.
battle, bro.
Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named after food?
Yeah,
Maybe you
Naruto's
can find
named
them
after
in your
a sort
next
of
book from
ramen.
Blue Apron.
I don't know what exactly what Ichigo's based off of, but
Baby
I'm gonna go
Boomstick
look
always
that
said
up.
that nothing in life is better than good food and
Because I think
making something with your
the
own two
author,
hands. And Blue Apron
Masashi
is both
Kishimoto,
those
said
things
that, you know,
combined.
his inspiration from
Blue Apron
Naruto
is
came
the
from a
number
certain
one fresh
ramen
ingredient
dish.
and recipe delivery
So,
service in the country. All ingredients arrive right to your
It's
door,
ad-
guaranteed
advertisement.
fresh and ready to cook.
It's better than eating
Yo.
fast food, plus it's affordable. Blue Apron is less than $10 per person per meal.
Choose from a variety of recipes and get the meals that sound good to you. The ingredients are perfectly proportioned and the instructions are easy to follow. I mean, even Boomstick can do it.
Hey, watch it or you're not getting any of the next meal I make when it arrives.
Well then, I'll make the crispy wild Alaskan pollock and garlic mashed potatoes with roasted broccoli and tartar sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety, don't bother. Recipes are not repeated within the year.
Still in
so
the
you'll
Salt
never
Bay.
get bored. Check out this week's
What the
menu and
fuck?
get $30 off your first order with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle.
You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait.
I might
That's
go check that out.
blueapron.com/battle.
Food looks pretty fucking fat,
Blue
bro.
Apron, a better way to cook. But right now, it's time
Time for a death battle. Alright, dude. Okay, so they're going back to the sprite animation. Alright, cool. I mean, it's not that I dislike this sprite animation, but as far as they went with the whole Superman versus Goku death battles, I mean, they could use that instead of especially for a battle like Naruto and Ichigo. I mean, that is a pretty significant death battle.
Whoa, he's invisible!
It's because he's in
Good.
Shinigami form. Of course, you can't see him. Of course, just censor out. The sprite animation kind of turns me off a bit, but it's like, you know what? I don't see how this ends up, though.
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
You could be right behind you and you don't even know.
You're dead.
Damn.
How the heck?
Oh, that's just a fucking... Oh, that's a shadow clone. Okay, then. But even then, he can heal himself. Okay, he's got that sage on. Okay. The Nine Tails form on and everything. So even if he was to get impaled with the sword, technically, he should be able to heal himself. Hollow Ichigo.
Transform!
Wow.
Really?
He's using the fucking sexy jutsu on him.
Yo, not bad. But I'm
Oh,
still
so
gonna
using
beat
that
your
form,
ass.
okay.
Give me a freaking break.
Kurama Avatar.
Is that the best you can do?
I thought he lost right then and there. Oh, Getsuga Tensho. Mugetsu. So he survived that shit. Oh, he's fucked now, dude. This is a stick to fight him.
Screw you, bastard!
Phew. Who was that guy?
So Naruto wins.
Even without his
Okay.
powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans, I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor.
Yeah.
And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Yeah.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles
972
per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since
I mean, I would
Naruto's
agree
surge
that
powers gave him
Ichigo is
superb
sort of
field
faster than
awareness,
Naruto
making
to a
it
certain
difficult for
extent.
Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Huecomundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well,
Mexican
there
hell.
is a wall.
Ha ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Reiatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra
So
was once
technically not
extracted and
enough
burst
to,
a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that
Story
this was
moon
nearly
with that?
all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT. 4 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half.
Exactly.
Of course, that had to be over 27
Exactly.
trillion
I said that
megatons.
earlier this video.
This
Earlier
proves
this
Naruto
video,
can
dude.
both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to them?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty
stealing
OP,
energy
he
from all
couldn't
the, white
destroy the
Tetsu.
world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick, if one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
So
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki. Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants.
Alright, so, yeah, Naruto won this death battle. Well, I wouldn't really say that's bullshit. Like, I'm gonna have to say that's pretty reasonable. To me, personally, though. Naruto, like I said, comparing the two's attacks, right? Although they didn't use the after, well, I mean, they did highball Ichigo even with all the after effects of, after the story with his Getsuga Tensho or Megetsu, but that's technically where they had him lose the battle, by losing his Shinigami powers. But then afterwards, I guess it would be kind of a cheat if they were to time skip him into his whatever powers he has after, which I don't really know much about because I haven't gotten into Bleach after that point. But yeah, I mean, through all the stuff we've seen in Naruto, destructive capabilities and durability and just pure skill alone, yeah, Naruto does come out on top. Like, he is moon level, like, he is legitimately moon level. He has survived moon level attacks, which is far beyond, mere city to state level. So, yeah, I mean, this is reasonable. I give props to, I give props to ScrewAttack, but I know there's going to be a lot of Bleach fans out there that are pretty butthurt about this and say that, Ichigo should have won. I mean, in speed terms and reaction speed terms, Ichigo is the faster one. Like, we've seen that, right? I mean, technically you could say, but that was them even eyeballing him anyway. Like, even with all of that, we did see Naruto survive, and his reaction speed did dodge light speed attacks, like the one from Madara, and and the I forgot his name, but still, that's, yeah, boy, like, I don't know about in terms of speed. I would say those two are roughly very, very close to each other in terms of speed, but durability, strength, and just skill alone, like, I knew from the beginning Naruto was going to take it in those categories. But you let me know what you guys thought about this death battle in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching. I will leave this link for ScrewAttack's channel and this video in the comment section below so you can watch the full one. Thanks as always, guys, for watching my reaction to death battle Naruto versus Ichigo. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment about what you liked or disliked about this death battle and things that you may have agreed or disagreed on. But anyway, guys, thanks as always for watching again. Limit Break TV, signing out for now. Peace out.